Welcome back to the Top Liberty Coins. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating topics in the world of coin collecting, the legendary Liberty coin, with a special spotlight on the rare and mysterious 1962D issue. This is not just a coin, this is a story of history, value, rarity, and the possibility that someone, somewhere, could be holding a piece worth an unbelievable amount of money. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, something you might even ignore or spend without thinking. But what if that same coin could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on its condition, mint mark, and unique characteristics? That is exactly why collectors all around the world are obsessed with Liberty coins. The Liberty design itself is one of the most iconic symbols in American coinage history. The image of Liberty represents freedom, strength, and national pride. Over the years, this design has appeared on multiple coins, each with its own story and value. But not all Liberty coins are equal. Some are common, while others are extremely rare and highly valuable. Now let's talk about the 1962D coin. The letter D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the major minting facilities in the United States. Millions of coins were produced there, but only a small number of them stand out due to special characteristics like minting errors, exceptional condition, or unique die varieties. The year 1962 is particularly interesting because it sits in a transitional era of coin production. During this time, the United States was still using traditional minting methods, and small variations could easily occur. These variations are what collectors hunt for. A slight doubling in the design, a misalignment, or an unusual shine can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. When we talk about value, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale, and even a tiny difference in condition can change the price dramatically. A heavily circulated coin might only be worth a few dollars, while the same coin in mint condition could be worth thousands. This is why collectors carefully examine every detail, from the sharpness of the design to the smallest scratches on the surface. Now imagine a 1962D Liberty coin in near-perfect condition. The shine is intact, the edges are crisp, and the details are clear. This kind of coin is extremely rare because most coins from that era were used in everyday transactions. Finding one in such condition is like discovering a hidden treasure. There are also cases where certain coins gain value due to unique errors. These errors happen during the minting process and can include double strikes, off-center designs, or even missing elements. While these might seem like mistakes, they actually make the coin more valuable because they are rare and unique. The number you mentioned, $787,976.46, may sound unbelievable, but in the world of rare coins, such values are not impossible. Some coins have sold for even more at auctions, especially when they are one of a kind or have a fascinating history behind them. Collectors are willing to pay huge amounts for something truly rare. The market for rare coins is always changing. Prices go up and down based on demand, rarity, and overall interest in the hobby. Recently, there has been a surge in interest as more people start to realize that coins are not just currency, they are investments. This has pushed prices higher, especially for rare and high-grade coins. Another important factor is authentication. With high-value coins, it is crucial to have them verified by professional grading services. These experts examine the coin and assign it a grade, which helps determine its market value. Without proper authentication, it is difficult to sell a coin for its true worth. Collectors also pay attention to historical context. A coin from 1962 carries the story of its time. It represents an era, a moment in history, and a piece of craftsmanship that cannot be recreated. This emotional and historical value adds to its overall worth. If you think you might have a valuable coin, the first step is to examine it carefully. Look for the mint mark, check the condition, and compare it with known rare varieties. Do not clean the coin, as cleaning can reduce its value significantly. Instead, keep it safe and consider getting it evaluated by a professional. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of discovery. Every coin has the potential to be something special. Even coins that look common can turn out to be rare under closer inspection. This is what keeps collectors searching, studying, and exploring. the 1962 D Liberty coin is a perfect example of how something small can hold incredible value. It reminds us that treasures are not always hidden in faraway places. Sometimes they are right in front of us, waiting to be recognized. So next time you come across an old coin, take a moment to look at it carefully. You might just be holding a piece of history, or even a fortune. If you enjoy learning about rare coins, hidden values, and amazing discoveries, make sure to stay connected with coins. This channel is all about uncovering the secrets behind everyday currency and turning knowledge into opportunity. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins. Collectors keep searching for the 1969 D Liberty coin. This coin has sparked curiosity, excitement, and even wild claims about its value reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. But what is the real story behind it, and could you actually have one sitting quietly in your pocket or coin jar? Let's begin by stepping back into the year 1969. The world was changing fast, technology was advancing, and coin production in the United States was undergoing important transitions. The Denver Mint, marked with the small letter D, was producing millions of coins for circulation. Among them were coins carrying the iconic Liberty design, a symbol of freedom, strength, and national pride that has been used on various coins throughout American history. The term Liberty coin doesn't refer to just one single design. It represents a long tradition where Lady Liberty appears in different artistic forms across coins like pennies, nickels, dimes, and silver dollars. By 1969, most circulating coins had moved away from earlier Liberty designs, but collectors still refer to coins with historical or symbolic Liberty imagery in a broader sense. Now here's where things get interesting. Some collectors believe that certain 1969 D coins contain rare minting errors or unusual characteristics that dramatically increase their value. These errors are what transform a normal coin worth just a few cents into something that could potentially be worth thousands or even more. One of the most talked about possibilities is the presence of a double die error. This happens when the coin is struck with a die that has a slightly misaligned engraving, causing the design to appear doubled. If such an error appears clearly on important parts like the date, lettering, or Liberty design, it can make the coin extremely desirable among collectors. Another factor that can increase value is condition. Coins are graded on a scale from heavily worn to perfect mint state. A 1969 D coin that looks almost brand new, with sharp details, no scratches, and original shine, can be worth far more than a worn-out version. Collectors are always hunting for coins in the best possible condition because they are much harder to find. There are also off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other minting mistakes that can occur during production. These errors are rare because quality control at the mint is very strict. But when they do slip through, they become highly sought after. Imagine a coin where the design is slightly shifted or missing a portion of its edge. That unusual appearance instantly makes it special. Now let's address the big claim, the idea that a 1969 D Liberty coin could be worth an enormous amount like $787,976.45. This kind of figure grabs attention, but it's important to understand reality. While some rare coins have sold for hundreds of thousands or even millions, those are usually extremely rare pieces with confirmed historical importance, unique errors, and certified grading from top agencies. For a 1969 D coin to reach such a high value, it would need to be something truly extraordinary. Not just any coin, but one with a rare and verified error, in nearly perfect condition, and recognized by professional collectors and auction houses. Without those factors, most 1969 D coins remain relatively common and worth only a small amount above face value. That said, don't lose hope. There are still valuable finds out there. Some 1969 coins with specific error varieties have sold for impressive prices, especially if they are authenticated and graded. The key is knowledge and careful examination. So how do you check your coin? Start by looking closely at the date and mint mark. Use a magnifying glass if possible. Look for doubling in the numbers or letters. Check the surface for unusual marks, shifts, or irregularities. Pay attention to the edges and overall shape. If something looks different from a normal coin, you might have something worth investigating further. Next, consider the condition. Is the coin shiny or dull? Are the details sharp or worn down? Even small differences in condition can make a big impact on value. If you believe your coin might be special, the next step is to have it evaluated by a professional grading service. They can confirm whether it's genuine and assign it an official grade. History also plays a huge role in coin collecting. Coins are not just pieces of metal. They are stories frozen in time. A 1969 coin connects you to a specific moment in history, a time when millions of people used these coins in their daily lives. That historical connection is part of what makes collecting so exciting. Collectors often say the real value of a coin is not just in its price, but in the thrill of the hunt. The possibility that something small and ordinary could turn out to be rare and valuable is what keeps people searching through old jars, collections, and even pocket change. So the next time you come across a 1969 D coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. It might just be another common coin, or it could be something far more interesting. The difference lies in the details. Remember, patience and knowledge are your greatest tools. The more you learn about coins, the better your chances of spotting something valuable. And even if you don't find a coin worth thousands, the journey itself is rewarding. Thank you for watching Coins. If you enjoy discovering hidden treasures and learning about rare coins that could change your life, make sure to stay connected. Because you never know, the next coin you find might be the one everyone is searching for. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious topics in the world of numismatics, Liberty coins. These coins are not just pieces of metal, they are history, art, and sometimes life-changing wealth hidden in plain sight. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that looks ordinary, maybe even worn out, but in reality it could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is exactly what makes Liberty coins so exciting. Many people have unknowingly spent or ignored coins that later turned out to be extremely rare and valuable. Let's start with the story behind Liberty coins. The figure of Liberty has been a symbol of freedom, hope, and independence in the United States for centuries. This iconic image has appeared on many coins over the years, representing different eras and artistic styles. From flowing hair designs to seated Liberty and later the famous walking Liberty, each version tells a story about the time it was created. One of the most interesting aspects is how these coins were produced in different years and mints, which directly affects their value today. A coin from the same year can have a completely different worth depending on its mint mark, condition, and rarity. This is where collectors and investors become very serious, because tiny details can mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and one worth a fortune. Now let's talk about the year 1976, a very special year in American coin history. This was the bicentennial year, celebrating 200 years of independence. During this time, special coins were issued with unique designs to honor the occasion. While many of these coins are common, there are certain rare variations and high-quality versions that can be extremely valuable. Some Liberty-related coins connected to this era or collected alongside bicentennial coins have gained attention due to unusual minting errors, limited production runs, or exceptional preservation. These factors can push the value of a coin far beyond its face value. A coin that originally cost just a few cents or a dollar can now reach astonishing prices in the collector market. Collectors always look for key features such as sharp details, original shine, and absence of scratches. Coins graded in top condition by professional grading services can sell for incredible amounts. This is where numbers like $787,976.44 come into the conversation. While not every coin will reach such a high price, there have been cases where rare Liberty coins have sold for massive amounts due to their uniqueness and demand. Another important factor is mint errors. These errors occur during the production process and can create coins that are one of a kind. Examples include double strikes, off-center designs, or missing elements. These mistakes, instead of reducing value, can actually make a coin far more desirable to collectors. Let's also consider the role of history. A coin that has survived decades or even centuries carries a story with it. It may have passed through countless hands, witnessed historical events, and traveled across regions. This historical connection adds emotional and cultural value, which collectors are often willing to pay a premium for. The market for Liberty coins continues to grow as more people become interested in coin collecting and investing. Online platforms, auctions, and collector communities have made it easier than ever to buy, sell, and learn about rare coins. This increased visibility has also driven prices higher, especially for rare and high-grade pieces. If you are someone who has old coins lying around, especially from the 1970s or earlier, it is worth taking a closer look. Check for unusual markings, errors, or anything that looks different from a standard coin. Even a small detail can make a big difference. Another tip is to never clean old coins. Cleaning can actually reduce the value significantly because it removes the original surface and can damage the coin. Always keep coins in their natural condition and store them properly to preserve their quality. Professional grading is also a key step if you believe you have a valuable coin. Experts examine the coin carefully and assign it a grade based on its condition. This grade helps determine its market value and makes it easier to sell to serious collectors. As the demand for rare coins continues to rise, the possibility of discovering a valuable Liberty coin becomes even more exciting. People all over the world are searching through old collections, inherited boxes, and even everyday pocket change hoping to find that one rare piece. The idea that a simple coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars captures the imagination. It turns an ordinary object into something extraordinary. It reminds us that value is not always obvious and sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden in the smallest things. So next time you come across an old coin, don't ignore it. Take a moment to examine it carefully. Look at the design, the year, the condition, and any unique features. You might just be holding a piece of history that could change your life. Thank you for watching Coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins and their incredible potential value, make sure to stay tuned for more amazing discoveries. Because in the world of coins, every detail matters, and every coin has a story waiting to be told. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious topics in the world of numismatics, the top Liberty coins, their history, and the shocking truth about their current market value. Some of these coins have been rumored to reach unbelievable prices, even figures like $787,976 and beyond. But what is real, what is myth, and what should you be looking for in your own collection? Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, maybe even something you have seen many times before. But hidden in its design, its year, or even a tiny mint mark, lies a fortune waiting to be discovered. That is the power of Liberty coins. These coins are not just metal, they are history, art, and in some cases, life-changing wealth. The Liberty design has been one of the most iconic symbols in coin history. It represents freedom, strength, and the identity of a nation. From the early flowing hair Liberty to the seated Liberty, and later the walking Liberty design, each version tells a story of its time. Collectors around the world are constantly searching for rare variations, minting errors, and limited releases that can multiply a coin's value many times over. Now let's talk about the year 1977. Many people believe coins from this year are common and not worth much. And yes, most 1977 coins are indeed ordinary. But here is where things get interesting. Certain rare versions, error coins, and high-grade uncirculated pieces from 1977 can actually be worth a significant amount of money. The key is condition, rarity, and demand. For example, a Liberty-themed coin or design variation that has been preserved in perfect condition, with no scratches, no wear, and a strong strike, can be graded at the highest levels. These high-grade coins are extremely rare because most coins were used in daily transactions. Finding one in near-perfect condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. Another factor that increases value is mint errors. These include double strikes, off-center designs, missing details, or unusual metal compositions. Collectors love error coins because they are unique. No two are exactly the same. A 1977 coin with a noticeable error could easily jump in value from a few cents to hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the rarity of the error. Let's also consider the role of grading companies. Professional grading services examine coins under magnification and assign them a grade based on their condition. A coin graded at the highest level can see its value increase dramatically. For example, a coin that might normally be worth $1 could be valued at hundreds or thousands if it receives a top grade. Now you might be wondering about those extremely high values, like the figure mentioned earlier. Can a Liberty coin really reach such a massive price? The answer is yes, but only under very specific conditions. These include extreme rarity, historical significance, perfect condition, and strong demand from collectors. Some coins have sold for hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars at auctions, especially when they are one of a kind or have a unique story behind them. History plays a huge role in determining value. Liberty coins date back to some of the earliest days of coin production. Each design reflects a different era. For example, the seated Liberty design was introduced in the 19th century and remained in use for decades. These coins are highly collectible today, especially in higher grades. The walking Liberty design, introduced in the early 20th century, is considered one of the most beautiful coin designs ever created. It later inspired the American Silver Eagle, which is still popular today. Collectors often seek out original walking Liberty half dollars, especially those from rare mint years or with low production numbers. Another important factor is mint marks. Coins produced at different mints can have different values. A small letter on the coin indicates where it was made. Some mints produced fewer coins, making them more valuable today. Checking the mint mark on your coin can reveal whether it is common or rare. Condition is everything in the world of coins. A coin that has been kept safe, away from moisture, dirt, and damage, will always be worth more than one that has been heavily circulated. Even the smallest scratch can reduce value, while a flawless surface can increase it dramatically. Collectors also pay attention to luster, which is the shine of a coin. Original mint luster is highly desirable and can significantly boost a coin's value. Coins that still have their original shine, even after many years, are considered very special. Now let's talk about how you can check your own coins. Start by looking at the date and design. Then check for a mint mark. Examine the coin closely for any unusual features or errors. Compare it with known rare varieties. If you think you have something valuable, consider getting it professionally graded. One of the most exciting things about coin collecting is that valuable coins can still be found in everyday life. People have discovered rare coins in old collections, inherited boxes, or even pocket change. The thrill of the hunt keeps collectors searching and learning every day. The market for Liberty coins continues to grow. As more people become interested in collecting, the demand for rare coins increases. This can drive prices higher, especially for coins that are already scarce. Auctions, private sales, and online marketplaces are constantly setting new records for rare coin values, but it is important to stay informed. Not every coin with a Liberty design is valuable, and not every high price you hear is accurate. Research, knowledge, and careful examination are key to understanding the true worth of a coin. In the end, Liberty coins are more than just collectibles. They are pieces of history that connect us to the past. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, there is always something new to discover in the world of coins. So take a closer look at your collection. That ordinary coin you have might not be so ordinary after all. And who knows, you might just be holding a hidden treasure worth far more than you ever imagined. Stay tuned to Coins for more incredible discoveries, rare coin secrets, and stories that could change the way you see money forever. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious topics in the coin collecting world, the legendary top Liberty coins, their history, their current market value, and why some rare pieces have reached unbelievable prices like $787,976.42. This is not just about coins, this is about history, secrets, and opportunities that might be sitting quietly in your pocket right now. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but in reality it carries decades or even centuries of history. The Liberty design has always symbolized freedom, strength, and identity. These coins are not just currency, they are a reflection of time, art, and economic change. Many collectors and investors search their entire lives for a rare Liberty coin because finding the right one can completely change your financial future. Now let's talk about 1982 because this year is extremely important in the coin world. In 1982, a major transition happened in the United States minting process. Coins changed from copper to zinc composition due to rising metal costs. This created a unique situation where both copper and zinc coins exist from the same year. This small detail might not sound important, but it has created some of the rarest and most valuable coins ever discovered. There are specific variations from 1982 that collectors are obsessed with. Some coins from that year have different mint marks, some have small dates, others have large dates, and the weight difference between copper and zinc coins makes certain versions incredibly rare. A mistake or a variation in minting can increase a coin's value from just 1 cent to thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now imagine finding a Liberty coin with a rare minting error. Maybe the design is slightly off-center, maybe the date is doubled, or maybe the coin was struck on the wrong metal. These errors are not mistakes in the eyes of collectors, they are treasures. A rare error coin can sell for huge amounts because there are so few of them in existence. The market for Liberty coins is constantly changing. Prices go up and down depending on demand, rarity, and condition. A coin in perfect condition, what collectors call mint state, can be worth many times more than the same coin that has been worn down over time. Even small details like scratches, color, and shine can affect the value dramatically. Now let's talk about that unbelievable number, $787,976.42. While not every Liberty coin will reach this price, there have been cases where extremely rare coins, especially those with unique errors or historical significance, have sold for incredible amounts at auctions. These sales attract global attention and inspire collectors everywhere to start checking their own coins more carefully. The history behind Liberty coins goes back many decades. The Liberty image has appeared in different forms across various coins, each design representing a different era. From early classic designs to more modern interpretations, the concept of liberty has always remained powerful. It represents independence, hope, and progress, which is why these coins are not just valuable financially but also culturally. Collectors often spend years studying coins, learning how to identify rare features, and understanding the market trends. Some people start as hobbyists and later become serious investors. The excitement of discovering a rare coin keeps the passion alive. Every coin has a story, and every collector dreams of finding that one special piece that stands out from the rest. If you have old coins at home, especially from around 1982, this is your sign to take a closer look. Check the date carefully. Look at the size of the numbers. Weigh the coin if possible. A copper coin will be slightly heavier than a zinc one. Look for mint marks and any unusual features. Sometimes the smallest detail can make the biggest difference. The current market value of Liberty coins varies widely. Common coins might only be worth their face value or slightly more, but rare ones can jump to hundreds, thousands, or even more. Auctions, online marketplaces, and collector communities are always active, and prices can change quickly based on new discoveries and demand. One important thing to understand is grading. Professional grading services evaluate coins based on their condition and authenticity. A higher grade means a higher value. Coins that are well preserved, with sharp details and minimal wear, are always in higher demand. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Stories of people finding valuable coins in old jars, piggy banks, or inherited collections are more common than you might think. What seems ordinary could actually be extraordinary. This is why the top Liberty coins continue to attract attention from collectors and investors around the world. They combine history, rarity, and potential profit in a way that few other collectibles can match. So keep your eyes open. Start checking your coins today. You never know what hidden treasure you might already have. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins, make sure to stay connected with Coins, because we bring you the most exciting discoveries, hidden values, and real stories from the world of rare coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating topics in the world of numismatics, the legendary Liberty coins. These coins are not just currency, they are history frozen in metal, a reflection of power, artistry, and economic transformation. And among collectors, certain Liberty coins have reached unbelievable market values, with rare examples selling for astonishing figures that can change lives. Let's begin by understanding what makes Liberty coins so special. The image of Liberty has been a symbol of freedom, strength, and identity for the United States for centuries. From the early days of minting coins, the figure of Liberty appeared in different artistic forms. Flowing hair Liberty, draped bust Liberty, seated Liberty, and later designs like the walking Liberty all represent different eras. Each design captures the spirit of its time, making every coin not just money, but a historical document. Now imagine holding a coin from the 1800s or early 1900s. That coin has passed through countless hands. It may have been used during wars, economic crashes, or times of great prosperity. That alone gives it emotional and historical value. But the real magic happens when rarity and condition come into play. Let's talk about the 1991 Liberty coins and why people are suddenly paying attention to them. At first glance, 1991 may seem modern compared to older coins, but collectors know that even newer coins can become extremely valuable under certain conditions. Errors, limited mintages, and special editions can turn an ordinary coin into a hidden treasure. In 1991, the United States Mint produced coins with high precision, but even in modern minting, mistakes happen. These mistakes can include double strikes, off-center designs, missing elements, or unusual metal compositions. Such errors are incredibly rare, and when discovered, they create excitement in the collector market. A 1991 Liberty coin with a unique mint error can be worth far more than its face value, sometimes reaching thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars depending on its rarity and condition. Now let's move into the current market. The coin market today is stronger than ever. With online auctions, global collectors, and increased awareness through platforms like YouTube, demand has skyrocketed. Liberty coins, especially rare ones, are in high demand. Collectors are constantly searching for coins that others may overlook. One of the biggest factors influencing value is condition. Coins are graded on a scale, and even a small difference in grade can mean a huge difference in price. A coin in mint state condition, meaning it has no wear and looks almost perfect, can be worth many times more than the same coin in average condition. Another important factor is rarity. If only a few coins exist, collectors will compete fiercely to own one. This competition drives prices higher and higher. Some Liberty coins have sold for incredible amounts, reaching figures close to the value mentioned earlier, showing just how powerful rarity and demand can be. Let's imagine a scenario. Someone finds an old coin collection in their home. Among the coins is a Liberty coin that looks ordinary. But after closer inspection, it turns out to be a rare variation or an error coin. That discovery can completely change their financial situation. Stories like this are real and happen more often than people think. The history behind Liberty coins also adds to their value. These coins were minted during times when the United States was growing and evolving. Each design change represents a shift in culture, politics, and artistic style. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are buying a piece of history. Now let's talk about investment potential. Many people are turning to coins as a form of investment. Unlike paper money, rare coins have intrinsic value. They are tangible assets that can appreciate over time. Liberty coins, especially rare and well-preserved ones, are considered a safe and exciting investment option. However, it is important to have knowledge before investing. Not every Liberty coin is valuable. Some are common and worth only a small amount above their face value. The key is to identify rare dates, mint marks, and errors. Research and patience are essential. One interesting aspect of the coin market is how values can change over time. A coin that is not very valuable today could become highly sought after in the future. This is why collectors often hold on to their coins for many years, waiting for the right moment to sell. Now imagine the excitement of finding a Liberty coin that could be worth thousands or even more. The thrill of discovery is what drives many collectors. It's like a treasure hunt where the prize could be life-changing. The number mentioned earlier, a value reaching into the hundreds of thousands or more, is not just a dream. Rare Liberty coins have achieved incredible prices at auctions. These sales prove that coins are not just collectibles, they are serious assets. Another factor that adds to value is historical significance. Coins linked to important events or periods are highly desirable. For example, coins minted during economic crises or major historical moments often carry additional value because of their story. Let's not forget the role of grading companies. Professional grading services authenticate and grade coins, giving buyers confidence. A coin that is graded and certified is easier to sell and often commands a higher price. For those watching this, the message is clear. Check your coins. Look closely at your collections. Even coins that seem ordinary could have hidden value. Pay attention to details like year, mint mark, and any unusual features. The world of Liberty coins is vast and full of opportunities. From early historical pieces to modern rarities like certain 1991 coins, there is always something new to discover. The market continues to grow, and interest in coin collecting is reaching new heights. In conclusion, Liberty coins are more than just money. They are history, art, and investment combined into one small object. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, there is always a chance to find something valuable. Keep searching, keep learning, and who knows, the next coin you find could be worth a fortune.